Welcome to Movie Explorer. In today's video, we will be going through the 2022 sci-fi animation film titled Lightyear. It is time to explore. Let's get started. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. Buzz Lightyear, a space ranger in Star Command, and his commanding officer and best friend, Alicia, explore the habitable planet Tikani Prime. With their new recruit Featheringham Stan, Buzz sees himself as having to take on all of his tasks without help from anyone else, and Alicia makes fun of him for how overdramatic he is with his job. Even though Buzz is annoyed at having him tag along, the three are attacked by sentient vines, forcing them to retreat to their ship, which Buzz calls the Turnip. Buzz has to save Featheringham Stone after he gets his leg snagged by a vine. Afterward, he takes control of the ship, even though he is certain that he can get them off the Earth. The ship's AI Ivan warns Buzz that he will hit a mountain as he attempts to fly upward. As a result of Buzz, the ship crashes into the mountain. Due to the destruction of their hyperspace crystal power source, the entire crew is left trapped on the planet with no way to escape. Buzz admits responsibility for his error and assures Alicia he will accept any punishment she decides to apply. She chooses to entrust Buzz with the mission to extricate them from the planet instead. 1 year later, the crew have constructed a nascent colony along with the necessary infrastructure to conduct repairs. Buzz constructs a hyperspace crystal and begins the test when they have gathered the required fuel. Despite AI Ivan's repeated warnings to the contrary, Buzz launches into space and is ready to enter hyperspace. Buzz reaches an erratic speed and ultimately returns to the colony. However, after a 4-minute test, he finds that 4 years have passed on Tikani Prime, due to the effects of time dilation from having traveled at relativistic speeds. Buzz meets up with Alicia again and finds out that she is engaged to Kiko. She also provides him with a companion cat friend named Socks. Alicia advises Buzz to just stay with them there and work with them there instead of continuing with the hyperspace missions, but Buzz decides to push on. Buzz continues the test with the intention of correcting his mistake. Each time he misses, 4 more years on Tikani Prime, until eventually over 62 years have passed, and he comes during new phases of Alicia's life, such as her pregnancy, raising her son with Kiko, and eventually her reaching old age. One day, Buzz returns and finds Alicia's office empty. She left him a holographic message as she was bedridden, knowing she would not be alive by the time Buzz came back. She is seen with her granddaughter Izzy, who says she wants to be a space ranger just like her. Buzz mourns his friend before he meets the new commander Cal Burnside. He informs Buzz that they have canceled the mission to leave Tikani Prime and have chosen to stay in order to set up a defense shield around the colony. Buzz goes back to his room that he still shares with Socks, who has been perfecting the formula for the hyperspace crystals. 2 Star Command operatives show up to decommission Socks, but Buzz breaks out with Socks and hijacks a ship. With Socks' help, he engages in another hyperspace test, finally reaching 100%. Buzz and Socks end up even further in the future and see the defense shield has already been set up. Buzz discovers 22 years have passed. They crash further outside the area and encounter older Izzy. She warns Buzz about the invading robot ships that have been attacking the colony. With the mothership hovering above in the sky, Izzy brings Buzz and Socks to meet her other teammates on the defense forces, new recruit Mo Morrison and convict Darby Steele. While initially reluctant to work with them, Buzz eventually warms to them. Together they plan to attack Zurg's ship and destroy the invading force. They are attacked by a robot from the ship, and Buzz attempts to take it on by himself. Mo shoots a harpoon at it and brings it down. The team decides to work together to track a new fuel source from the robot ship. Buzz attempts to split himself off from the group after arriving at the destination. He stops with Socks when he finds his old spacesuit and stops to try it on. Izzy, Mo and Darby rejoin him and offer to help. Despite Buzz's reluctance, he gives them their own spacesuits and has them use stealth mode to get past some large bug creatures in there. Unfortunately, Buzz forgets to tell them that there's a time limit on the stealth mode, and they are forced to fight the bugs. They succeed in gathering the fuel source and outrunning the bugs, but their ship gets damaged in the escape, and Buzz reprimands the three, especially after learning that Izzy is scared of space. Despite being a space ranger, the crew has to get a replacement part for the ship, and it is in a nearby building overlooking a cliff. The leader of the robots, Zurg, goes after Buzz and tries to get him to join him, but Darby shoots Zurg down. The team finds the coil they need for the ship, but they get themselves trapped in containment cones, which then get stuck together. Buzz guides them to freedom, but the building they are in starts to crumble over the edge. Buzz nearly falls over until the other three make a chain to pull him up. They board the ship and get it running as they try to outrun the robots. Izzy accidentally ejects the fuel source and causes them to crash again. One of the robots grabs the fuel source and teleports back to the ship. Izzy laments her failure. Buzz also gets upset at himself because he feels responsible for the whole mess and for not living up to Alicia's expectations of him as the one to get them off the planet. Izzy assures him that Alicia had a great life on the planet and that her whole family has enjoyed their time there. Just before they can keep moving, Zurg shows up to grab Buzz and teleport him back to the ship. Zurg reveals himself to be an older Buzz from 50 years into the future. He ended up in an alternate timeline after achieving hyperspace travel, but Burnside's forces went after him and labeled him a fugitive. He is trying to use the crystal to go back in time and prevent himself from ever making the mistake that got them stranded on the planet. Although Buzz is initially on board with the idea, he realizes it will mean Alicia will never have had the life that she had, and Izzy and the others might not exist if they fix the mistake. Buzz tries to take the crystal, but Zurg gets his robots to capture Buzz. Izzy, Mo, and Darby work together to get their ship up to Zurg's ship to rescue Buzz. Zurg Socks helps Buzz get out, but Zurg stomps on that Socks and goes after Buzz, who rigs the ship to explode. Izzy overcomes her fear to help save Buzz while Mo and Darby fight off the robots. The heroes get out just as the ship blows up. Buzz attempts to escape with the crystal, but Zurg catches up to him. Just as he attempts to finish off Buzz, the Space Ranger ejects himself and activates his suit's wings. He yells not today, Zurg, and fires a laser blast at the crystal, destroying it along with Zurg. Buzz catches up with the others and helps them land safely. They are soon found by Burnside and his crew. Burnside arrests Buzz, but relents, allowing Buzz to revive the Space Ranger Corps. Buzz selects Izzy, Mo, Darby, and Socks to form the core of this organization. Much to Burnside's surprise, Buzz and his team are then sent off to a new adventure in parts unknown. In a post-credit scene, Zurg is revealed to have survived the explosion. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new movie recaps.